Well, hello, welcome to Drawing with Fire. I'm Valarie, your neighborhood pyrography artist, here to help guide you on your burning adventures, and I'm joined with hubby.
Admiral Akbar. It's a drop!
That's where we're going today. Okay, so day 7 for World Pyrography. I'm sorry, day 7.
Day
Where
7.
did I get
was
that?
Like, whoa, we're way behind.
Yeah, day 21, and I'm doing the little crab. This is the full pattern, and so I made sure to... Make sure to be able to remove that easily this time. So we're working here. I don't have the other side transferred, but on the other side we've got a fish, giraffe, snake, and rocks. And on the side with the crab, we have the crab, raven, and some oak leaves for plants. So this is how I'm so far behind from last week. I need to finish 3 things from last week, and then I'll be caught up, kind of. So I'll be really busting my hump today to get that done. And before we get started, I want to say hi and congrats to Jacob. He is 13 years old. His mama is a burner. And he has decided he wants to burn, and he was inspired by World Pyrography Month. So I am so excited for him and can't wait to see him really get started in this. He's looking at using it for elective for one of his classes. So that's awesome. And I also want to say congrats to Lana. Is he in yet? He may not be in chat yet. Okay, he started burning, and that's awesome. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Philip. Hi, Sheila. Did I get everybody?
You did this to me again. I didn't think so.
People need to come. I guess people are rolling in slow today. Alrighty. So, Mr. Crab. And today, yes, Philip. Today, I told Philip I would help him with the ball tips. He's having a problem with a lot of the marks, and in fact, I could do that real quick. Let me find an extra board. This is not sanded. And the reason for this, which I need to switch over to a ball tip, is I want to be able to show Philip. With this angle of my board, you really can't see how I'm holding the tip. So I figured if I use a scratch board and hold it maybe like this, you can see a little better of how I'm touching down and how, depending on what I'm doing, I'm moving the pin. So hopefully, let's see if we're heated up. Go a little higher. Because I know with the ball tips, it can be a little frustrating having the dreaded blobs. So I always have it on lower heat, if at all possible, to keep that from happening. If I'm burning a dark area, like when I was burning Layla's eyes, I actually went higher so that I could get in there. Okay, so hopefully I can get a good angle for you. When I'm burning, I'm barely touching, and a lot of times I'm skipping around. This is a really hard angle for me to do this, but I'm not pushing down. I'm just lightly touching it, and if I have to, I can blow on the tip and cool it off just enough before I touch down. And when I'm blowing on the tip, I have the tip right about here, so it's just hovering above the board before I touch down.
Grace is here.
Hi, Grace.
And Eve.
Hey, Eve. So that is one of the big things, is barely touching down, moving it quickly to blend an area out. Because I think Philip's having the... Let's see here. May have to up my heat to do it.
If you've already said hi to these people, I apologize. I was trying to figure out how to get my chat to work properly, and then I wasn't focused on what you're saying. Sorry.
Hi, Lisa.
Let's see. So Cheryl?
Yes.
And Philip?
Yes.
Yeah. Brent C. Boyer?
Hi, Brent.
And, of course, Grace. And you already said hi to Lisa and Eve. So.
Yeah. I think part of the problem that Philip is having is I'm trying to get it to happen. When the board is really, really smooth, I mean, it still happens. I have it happen to me all the time if I'm not paying attention. It actually is not the smoothest. Hopefully, I might have to put autofocus on for a second. Let's see. So it's not as smooth as I would like it. Or you get the blob when you touch down. Which here, I'm not having a whole lot of control over my tip. Here. I don't want to, this is a really thin piece of wood, that's why I was holding it up. So it didn't burn the other board. So I'm moving quickly. I'm barely touching. And I'm continually moving around. Because right now I'm on 4.5. And as long as I don't stop, I can get a gradient burn by going quicker and allowing the heat to dissipate from the tip. And then when I want it hotter, just go back into those, lift the pin up and go back into those areas that's already burned. So, yeah, when I'm touching down, it's just barely, again, this is a hard angle. And I can't see.
You can't see, you shouldn't be burning.
Yeah, I know.
You don't know what you're going to be burning on.
I'm just trying to show him.
I mean...
Alright, so hopefully that helps, Philip. If not, I guess... ask for more details in the comments. Chat. Alright, see. So we're over here. I need to move here. And this pin is a little big for the areas I want to work on. So I'm going to go to a smaller ball tip. I think for this one, my medium should work fine.
Beryl, I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name, but Beryl Mosienko. It could be Moshenko.
Hey, Beryl.
Beryl M.
Hey, Beryl.
I don't know. It's different.
Let's see here. I'm waiting for the tip to heat up. I've got it on 3. Remember, on the lower heat, when there's more metal on the end of the tip, it takes a little longer to heat up. But now here's the time for me to have a sip of my hot cocoa. Hot cocoa in Arizona in the summertime. Because it's not hot outside. It feels good.
Good job. Burned it, making the cocoa.
I'm actually going to bump up to 4 because his eyes are really dark, which I just realized I don't have him up. So we've got the dark eyes. If you notice, a lot of my animals on this board, I've been trying to make sure I do an awesome job on the eyes, if possible. Alright, should be dark enough. And I do have a bigger photo that's up to my left in both black and white and color. And in the middle, he's got some pupils. I'm going to go ahead and get these dark areas in. And just bump down just a little bit. Oh, and I got to point something out. I'm finally doing it right. I got a thumbs down before the live started. Isn't that awesome? Whoever left the thumbs down, thank you. That helps with engagement, and I appreciate it. So you're going to get, it looks like, because I did a little bit there. It's not quite as smooth on the lower temperatures, but you can blend them out.
It's Mozianko. Mozianko.
You're telling the wrong person, because I will just mess it up.
Hamburger.
I'll just mess it up.
Oh, Grace is having smoke in the air right now.
Yeah, we were yesterday. Wildfires.
Yeah, well, up in Seattle. Up in Washington. That's not good.
I think they've been really dry up there.
Oh,
for the
unusual.
summer. Oregon has a air quality issue going on right now. Alert going on right now. So they're not highlights, but the light is hitting his freaky eyes. So I'm trying to get that variation and not burn it all one color, because there is variation in it. It's probably hard to see on the photo that I have. Alright. Mr. Crab here has some very weird eyeballs.
He's looking at money.
I almost wanted to do a sponge next to him. Yeah. Yes. Almost. Alrighty, so we have some dark spots since I'm at this higher heat, which is only 3 actually. But he has some spots throughout his body. Let's see. Let's pop up the black and white one. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in first, since those are dark areas. I don't have to be exact. You guys see the photo, but anybody else looking won't see the photo. So it's okay.
You did a really good job on Layla.
Thank you.
Well, on all of it, really, but
I think I still need to work on her, but I needed to stop and move on.
But I see it. It's not like I don't see camels and frogs every day, so it's like
especially together.
Right, but I do see Layla every day, so I have a good frame of reference.
Considering those are the eyes she gives you.
Yeah, she was a cuddle bug yesterday and this morning. Of course, I had to get up though.
Let's see here. Now with my pattern, my regular reference photo that you guys are looking at has the whole crab in it. But on my pattern, this doesn't, because I've taken out for the acorns and the leaf is hanging over, so I need to pay attention to that.
It's funny because he does look like Mr. Crab.
Doesn't he?
He does.
Let's see here. I think I made this leg too small. I actually had to freehand some of it because my pattern was off. So, I think this. There is a lot of lines going on that I had to fix. Goes up.
Don't forget to drink your cocoa before it gets cold.
I am drinking my cocoa.
Do you want me to bring a lid?
No. I don't like. No. I'm okay with cold cocoa too.
Yeah.
I know. Let's see here.
We have a problem in Flagstaff because of the altitude. Any liquids get cool fast. And so I made these lids in ceramics that you just put on top of hot drinks and helps keep the heat in.
Well, it's because the water boils at a lower.
That was something that I was really surprised at when we got here, because normally when I drink coffee, out of the coffee maker. I have to go through this every time.
Mm-hmm.
They have the Alright, we're out of buffering.
Out of buffering.
Yeah. Gotta get through the buffering.
I don't know why.
I don't know.
I just don't know why.
It's a law.
I think I need to upgrade the memory in the computer. The only thing I can think of.
Tried to buffer again there for a second, but it didn't.
Didn't? Okay.
No.
We got it back.
Yeah.
Alright, so he's got a little mouth right there. I'm not going to say what this looks like because I'm trying to be good.
Well, where's Heather? Maybe she could tell us.
Haven't seen Heather in a while. She may have things going on. I'm trying to fix my line art, my line drawing before I burn it so that I don't have to try to fix things later.
Yeah.
I was off just a little bit. So I'm just trying to fix that.
Yeah, this is Washington weather today.
Oh, very much so.
Also, where I grew up. I was telling you. I grew up in
Alaska's the same temperature. Or
South.
Anchorage is the same temperature as us right now.
Is it right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Until I was like, I don't know, 11? Something like that.
Yeah.
We lived in Wrangell, which is southeast Alaska. And that's very gray, like most of the time.
I like gray.
I do too. Like, people get depressed.
Alright. Oh, I get happy.
I like it.
Alright, so
Yay, gray.
he got a tiny mouth, and I left my burner on because I thought I was going back to...
Grace is calling you out over who you're talking about, what that looks like.
I didn't say it.
No.
I didn't say
But
it.
you're thinking it. Grace knows
Oh,
it.
well.
Good call, Grace.
I'm not going to
Keep
waste.
her in line.
Not going to waste. I'm being good. Alright. So I switched over to the
Debatable.
9 pp for the little mouth.
Right. You went right from that to PP.
Because that is what this tip is. And you didn't tell me, did Philip say if I answered his question or
I think
helped?
you did. Let me scroll back.
Please, let's see here.
Yeah, he says he thinks that helps out.
Okay. Oh, good.
He has used blowing on the pen, but he says maybe it's the wind from his curse words.
Now, you wouldn't know how many curse words are embedded into this board.
Are there, though? I never hear you.
You may not hear me. Doesn't mean it ain't happening.
I mean, you might you may be in here grumbling in your breath like Popeye. But...
Yeah. And since I've been wearing my new headphones, I'm even quieter. I like those headphones. And I don't like headphones. These are good ones. I know it looks like I'm outlining, but what I'm trying to do is right where I'm putting these lines is an actual shadow, whether something's overlapping or underneath. So I'm just trying to put in the baseline of the shadow. I can always go back in and darken it up. So I guess it kind of is outlining.
I never outline. I inline.
You inline?
Yeah.
But I'm trying to be careful, and I'm going very light because I know the shadow is going darker. Looks like he's got little nose, huh? Let's see here. I can do, and this is just mainly wherever I can't get a smaller tip into there. If I can get one of the ball tips, then it means it's big enough, and I don't need to do this. Alright, let's see here. We got any other small spots? It does not look like it. Nope, I think we're good on that. So now we can switch over to... What am I switching to? So we have texture along the legs, and that's also where light is hitting it. But if you've had crab legs, you know they're very rough. These are smoother areas. His eye. Are those eyelids? Are those considered eyelids? The little pointy things at the top?
I'm not sure.
Probably not. They don't cover.
I'm not sure because I've been around lots of crabs, but I don't think that they have eyelids. No, I don't think so.
I thought I'd try.
Kind of like fish eyes.
And actually, this tip was a little too big for it. But fish do have eyelids, don't they?
No.
That cover. There's clear and see-through. There's see-through.
It's been a long time since. I don't know because
it's been a long time since I've gone fishing.
I mean, that's technical, like biology stuff. Like, think about it. When sharks attack, I don't know why I went to sharks. But it just came to mind. Like when sharks attack somebody or something, they roll their eyes back in their heads to keep their eyes protected.
Do they?
Yeah, they don't shut their eyes. 'Cause they can't.
Alright. I'm gonna have to... I could have used that small tip in here, but it's fine. I'll just stick with this. So we'll bring this down. I've been finding that a lot of the animals lately, I've been using the ball tips a lot.
So is that camel? Is that Lucy? Or is that from...
No, it's just from Pixabay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just from Pixabay. Alright. So I'm still set on 2.5, but because I'm moving quicker and I'm barely touching the board, I can smooth out that burn. Probably help if I zoomed in. Let's turn off focus. Yeah, she's up.
And not only that, I think Zena's sleeping outside. It's raining.
Let's see if I can make sure to... There we go. Alrighty. I guess I need to scooch you over more. There we go. Hopefully you can see a little bit better now. So it seems more grainy. I think, if I remember right, if I push the camera closer and not zoom in, it stays less grainy. So that's what I'm going to do. Sorry if I'm making you sick. Hopefully that looks a little better. Make sure we get autofocus to focus. It's always hard trying to get you guys in close enough, but still have it look good. There we go. Like that. I guess I could have been heating up a different tip. Now, let's see here. The eyes do need to be tightened up. And the way I would do that is the 9MS is like smaller than the ball tip. So I use this to tighten things up. Hi, Paul. Shouldn't take too long to heat up, hopefully. There we go. And so go in and try to tighten up this line a little bit because they're not blurry. The eyes are in a lot of detail. And by leaving it blurry, it changes what we're looking at. So, let's see if I have any pencil left on there. And then this one, I've got my sheet. And this eye is going in a different direction. So, Jason left us. Now there is a bit of the darkness to the left from where the light is hitting. And this eye
Okay, what did I miss?
I don't know. I was burning.
Let's see. Paul Lockwood is here.
I said hi to Paul. I did see that.
Okay, that's it. That's all.
Now that looks outlined.
Huh?
Oh, I'm gonna have to darken his eye holders. I don't know what to call them. His eye holders work.
Yeah, eye stalks.
Eye stalks.
Maybe.
Alright. Because I have I think he is like 2 by 3, 2.5 by 3.5. So he's really small. I know he looks bigger on camera.
Well, the camera adds like.
I was so waiting for that. I was truly waiting. Truly. Let's see here. Sometimes I try to shade with this pen, depending on the texture I'm going for. Let's see here. This is dark. There's a line back here. And I do a lot of tapping with this tip. Alright. Got his shoulder in. I mean, as the only thing I could think of is his shoulder. There's that. Actually, there's a highlight. Turn this down. And look at the other side. He's a really little guy. But I thought he was the most, out of the photos I looked at, he was the most personable.
Mm-hmm. Robin Short is here.
Hi, Robin. Get that in there. You see, this is darker along here. So as long as I don't gouge into the wood, it shouldn't look outlined. Let's see, we've got a little. I didn't transfer a whole lot of lines for him, so I'm having to make sure I check the reference photo more.
Yeah.
Pretty much anytime you see me pause in a video, that's what I'm doing. I'm looking at my reference photo. And I think now, size-wise, I think I can get off this pen. And I'm going to actually switch over to this small spear shader. And I know that it requires less heat. And that way I can get into the smaller areas and kind of blend things out.
I suppose that's something that comes with experience, but it's also good to know, like, what the heat requirements are for each pen.
Well, because I did that tester video for the micro tips a couple weeks ago, I remember that the whole foot of the tip burns and it requires less heat.
Mm.
So right now I'm at 2, and we'll put in around his mouth. Hoping to get him done today during the live. Then, so we don't have any, we have less light hitting on this side. And it looks like he's got a little cheek too. So, see the cheek. And this, his eye stems. Is that what we decided?
Eye stalks.
Eye stalks. There's a crab fisherman watching. He's probably grimacing right about now.
He's like, "Yar, that's not right."
Let's see here. So he has... I'm trying to get as much in as I can so I can erase. Highlight there.
Hey.
Hmm?
What's a pirate's favorite letter of the alphabet?
Arr.
You'd think so, but
No?
it's the C.
I thought I got you. You got me instead.
That's like, you know what? You can use that one.
In what? What am I using?
That's a classic, because if the person says the C, then you say the opposite.
The R.
Then you
Gotcha.
say R.
Let's see here. This goes up a little bit. Remember, we're always in the ugly stage until we're not anymore. This goes this way. So he's got, it's almost like he's got highlighter. Got a little cheekbone going on. He must be fabulous.
He's sculpting.
He's sculpting? Yes. He's sculpting. At least he knows how to.
Lana Goes Artist here.
Hi, Lana. Congrats on the new burning.
Really nice, too.
Like you said, her mom let her play with the burner as a kid, and I think that makes a difference. The younger we start, the easier. That's why I wanted Josh to start early, if he was really into it.
Yeah.
Alright, so we can get some of this in there. I really want to erase the pencil. I don't want to burn it in there. But I can lighten it. So let's do that.
Man, you made really good manicotti last night.
I don't know. There's things I would do different.
I loved it.
Okay. It may be harder for you to see the graphite, but I can see it, so.
You're like, okay, now.
What?
What are we having for lunch?
Manicotti.
Yay!
I have to get through this first.
Okay.
Alright.
Sorry, I'm all jacked up on sugar.
I guess so.
Well, I drank my cocoa.
I'm sipping my cocoa.
It's all cold now.
It's still cocoa. It does not change its form just because it's cold.
Lana wants to know, can you burn in the pencil? Is that bad?
If it's a lighter burn, the graphite will show through. If it's a darker burn, it should be fine. But I tend to, and it's not for everyone, and not everybody has to do it, but every couple of years I tend to compete my art, and the judges do look for graphite lines. They also look for outlines. So I've worked really hard to try to make all those go away.
So, but when you go over graphite with the burner, does that seal it into the wood?
Yes, it's like watercolor.
Okay.
It makes it harder to erase.
Okay.
And that's why sometimes you see me having to pull the sandy stick out. Because I actually have to somewhat lighten the burn to get in there and get some of the graphite.
Yes, Robin, I also love manicotti. And we hadn't had any for a long time.
I've never made it.
Yeah, well, you made it last night.
Well, that
so
was
you can't say
time.
that anymore.
No, I can't.
But you nailed it. First try.
Oh, it could have been better. And I know how I'm going to make it better. Alrighty. So his little butt. We don't have a whole lot of butt showing, do we? We got it because we got an acorn that's right here. Yeah, he's not showing a whole lot of toothie in there. So And get this darker area in. And then I can get some erasing out of here. Done. Don't forget the cheek. Because he does seem like he has a cheek, and these are his lips? No, his nose. No. I don't know what it is. They're quite alien-looking creatures.
Mandibles.
Mandibles? On this guy?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. Up. And that down. But these do protrude, so I need to get that shading in there so that it pushes them up. That way.
Just registered how small you're burning.
Yeah, this is. It looks bigger on screen than what I'm. You guys are actually seeing the area better than I am, because this is really small. I mean, if I can grab it. It fell. Let's see here. Just so you guys have a reference. He's just a little over. He's 3.25. Let's see here. It'd probably been easier if I just do it this way. So he is 3.25 by 1.75. So he's small. That's why I'm having to use the smaller tips. So I'm having to go slower because these are smaller areas. But I have to always make it hard for myself, so.
That is true.
Is it now?
Yes.
Alright, so these.
You never choose the easy path.
See, I just touched down too hot there. So I'm going to have to work on blending it out. Or make these areas darker so that it looks lighter. Little tricks to fix things. See, that went too hot too. And trying to go with the direction of. You see, sometimes it looks darker because the rest of it's not burned in. And so that's why I try to err on a lighter burn. But I think this will be fine. Not gonna stress about it. So get that in there. I keep forgetting to look at my black and white photo because it's easier to tell the values. Let's see if I can get rid of more pencil so I can fix things. Alright.
Robin says you actually find time to cook with all the burning and moderating you do.
Jason does more of the cooking, actually.
But occasionally she gets tired of, like, stir fry.
No, it's just you were tired last night, so I said I would cook. Plus the manicotti was my idea. And since neither one of us had made it before, let's get that in there. I'm not going to go overly detailed because he's so small in here. Jason actually has learned to cook and does quite a bit of the cooking now. Used to it was me, but since school's been done and whatnot.
Seems like I cooked something else besides stir fry recently.
Recently?
Oh,
Fajitas?
fajitas, and eggs and potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Fish. Different varieties of fish.
Mm-hmm.
Pork chops.
Pasta.
Yep. Pasta. It's been a while since we had spaghetti.
Because I made manicotti.
That's another use for that extra spaghetti sauce.
Oh, homemade pizza?
Well, yeah, but spaghetti also.
Yes. Trying to get this in. The more I put the darks in, hopefully, the better it will look.
I make street chicken.
Mm-hmm. Which they don't know what that is.
Mm.
Alright.
It's a whole other story.
So just taking my time, trying. Like I said, you guys are seeing this better than I am.
You're taking your time. Were you making your way downtown? No.
So some of the strokes may look a little rough. Some of them actually are.
Would you say you're using different strokes?
I see what you did there. I see what you did.
Tina Whitley is here.
Hi, Tina. Yeah, Tina was in earlier. Yep. Alright, this has... Let's see here. Oop, I just went quiet. Sorry, it's so small. I'm trying to smooth things out. Blend. These areas are darker, and the cheeks are, they do have a light tone. They're not white, so you don't want to keep them white. There we go. Hopefully that'll make more sense to my brain now. I think the cheeks, I think the little cheeks were throwing me off. Is that Layla trying to figure out what we're doing?
Probably.
The doggies can hear us, but they can't see us. Picking up that eye stalk.
If they really wanted to, they could just, Xena could just knock the door open with her
Yes, she can.
huge paw.
Yes, Xena has learned that she can open the doggy gate whenever she wants. See here. Yeah, see on the screen, it actually looks a little better. Normally it's the other way around, where it looks better on the screen than it does me looking at it. It's actually kind of the other way around because I'm so close. Maybe. We put it away.
Yes, I think everybody should know how to cook too, Grace. In fact, when our girls were little, I made a point of cooking pancakes and like potatoes and stuff with them. And now our oldest daughter is working she's working as a cook.
Yep.
She's on her way to chefhood.
You're so far from the mic.
Huh? They can hear me.
Not as well as you think.
I'm sure you can hear me.
You
can hear me, can't you, chat?
Alright, so let's get...
I know. Good one, chat.
What are you doing?
Oh, I can hear chat, too. I can hear them.
Alright, so this is darker, and in darkening this up, it's going to push out the claw. The claw.
The claw.
I knew that was.
That's me.
Yep, that is technically your username. Alright, so because I have his body right there.
I gained that after I smashed my hand.
You did.
My friends used to call me when I showed up. The claw.
The claw. They didn't use it in the army, did they?
Sometimes, but not predominantly. No.
You were more Sergeant
O.
Sergeant O or Obi. Alright, we can blend that out a little bit. So this is a lighter value. But I do have this pencil line that's being stubborn. So I can darken the side of him, which I'm going to have to make sure I balance the darkness in doing this. So that means the areas that I already bring in will have to be darker.
Okay.
This will be lighter.
Okay, Chad corrected me, I guess.
What's that?
It's hard. Said I'm soft-spoken. I'm assuming that means that I'm hard to hear.
Yep. Well, the mic's way over here.
I used to have the
you
same...
You can sit by me. Come on.
I don't want to...
Come on.
I don't,
come on.
I don't want to... I don't want to, like, barge into your space. I don't want to barge into your space and accidentally get burned.
Yeah. Well, considering considering you're on my left side, I'd say you're safe.
But your chair swivels. Just one swivel.
No, look.
Like, right in the throat.
Nope, look. I can only go this far. See? Oops, sorry, bounced the camera.
You know what?
I can only go this far.
That's like one of those court things. Look, Your Honor. Obviously, her knees block. It's like, no way she could pull her knees up? No, they're just blocking. There's no way she could turn left and drive the tool through his throat.
Oh.
And I'd be like, that. She put her knees up.
Even if I put my knees up, look, I hit the counter. I am blocked in. You're safe.
Yes,
not that I would ever do that.
Yes, Robin, I have had KP duty. It is not. Well, it depends. If it's like in a really cold place, KP can be nice because there's some warmth. But
I got rid of my lines here, so I'm gonna have to.
But generally, KP is a lot of work.
Let's see here. Accidentally erased my lines.
Yes, Grace, exactly.
So I have to see that's that line, but this is bigger. This is what happens when I accidentally erase my lines, which is not uncommon for me. We go off to freehanding it, which is the biggest time I'm likely to screw up.
Really?
Yep. If I don't take my time and go slow and really pay attention to what I'm doing. A good chance that I'll mess up. See, that goes there. That comes down. That comes down. Which is why I don't recommend freehanding. I mean, if you want to freehand out your drawing and then transfer to the board, that's definitely a good idea. But to just freehand on the board?
Well, I mean, freehanding has its place. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's good practice, but there's... I don't know, like, you see tattoo artists, and, like, most of them are very meticulous about putting their designs on a person because they only got one shot, you know?
Yep, they don't freehand them.
Yeah.
Or if they do, Well, sometimes I do.
Sometimes I do.
Those are called prison tats.
But
look like it too.
But that's the thing, is that unless that person is really good at a particular design and used to it, they probably are not going to freehand it, because if they do, the tattoo is not going to be its best.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
And laser removal is not fun, from what I've heard.
Wood burning is very much the same.
So if somebody's giving you a hard time about not freehanding, don't worry about it. It's not worth it. Not worth it. I would rather have my piece look good and not have to be constantly fixing it.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I do the minimum lines that I can.
I also do the minimum amount that I can. Oh, you're talking art.
Let's see here. This is filled in. This is actually this way.
Yeah, I didn't cook it all growing up. This is a response to chat.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't just out of the blue.
This time?
No, not this time. No. My mom and dad cooked constantly. So when I got out on my own, see, the thing that I could cook was. Let me think about this.
Well, remember, you're living in the barracks, so it's not like you had a giant opportunity to.
So I used to make instant mashed potatoes from a box. And then I also used to make my own custom chili, which was a can of chili and a can of pork and beans mixed together.
That would be barrack cuisine.
And my custom drink, my signature drink, was Tang. 50% Tang and 50% Coca-Cola.
Ooh.
But sometimes it would make my tongue numb.
I wonder. Oh my gosh.
I remember me and my roommate, we were going to take turns cooking, right? We were like, this was a big plan. Like, yeah, I'll cook one day and then you cook the other day. And then I cooked. And then it was over.
You didn't want no more of that, huh? It's a good thing you've learned. Let's see.
I don't know, Grace. I honestly don't.
What's that?
Eve's asking King. King what? I'm missing the context there, Eve. If it was in response to something I said, my memory is terrible. I have
That's right.
5 seconds of retention. So if it's in relation to the crab, no, it's not a king crab.
No, this is a little guy. I don't know. He's one of the little bitty ones you find on the beach. Why are you winking?
Oh, Eve says she misheard the mix. No, it's Tang.
Oh.
Not King. Tang. Like that
the orange stuff.
The stuff that astronauts drink.
Yeah, remember, he's in Canada. I don't know if they have it.
Well, orange drink powder and Coke. But mixing it actually 50% of the orange drink. So, I guess Sunny D and Coke.
Which is why you like, what, Spritzel? Spritzy?
That's from Europe. That is awesome, though. Spritzy is the best. No one can tell me otherwise.
Okay.
That's like poutine.
Yeah, I haven't had that either.
Well,
I would like to make some.
We've had it.
I've never had poutine.
That's just fries with gravy.
Yeah, but there's...
When we make
schnitzel. Do we have cheese curds? No, we don't have...
make schnitzel. And anyway, poutine actually encompasses a wide range of combinations. Correct me if I'm wrong, Canadians.
Eve. Well, of course it does. It's like nachos. It's like Canadian nachos. In that.
Canadian nachos.
Mm-hmm.
That is interesting. That sounds like a good banana. Good band name. And now appearing live, Canadian Nacho. Correct, Lana. Spezi is a mix of Fanta and cola, and depending on where you go in Germany, they might put a little bit of lemon in it as well.
Lena's in Germany.
In fact, oh.
He's in Germany.
So Mezzomix.
And trying to get the legs right. And shade them. I am going to need them a little darker so that it doesn't look like Layla's growing crabs out of her head. What?
Nothing, chat's funny. I'm sure Eve's okay.
Let's get you darker.
It's funny. With the girls growing up in Germany, and they're used to fries with mayonnaise, not ketchup. It doesn't sound good, but it totally is.
Oh, I know Connell's eating it that way this summer.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. He needs darker stuff.
If you go to a snack stand in Germany, that's how they're going to serve the fries.
They put paprika and mayonnaise on corn on the cob down in Mexico.
It's not popular here. Are you talking about Mezzomix? Or...
Let's see here. So underneath his back leg, that's going to be darker.
Oh, the one with lemon. Okay.
And less detailed. So let's get the shape right here. I can go back in and darken it up. I'm not going to stress about it being perfect right this second. Leg there, leg there. It's all one leg. All one leg. So that's there. This is what happens when you got a free hand. Now I could have taken the pencil and drawn back on the board, but I didn't. Don't know why I didn't. And if you're newer to burning and you're not as comfortable with your burner, that's what I would recommend. Is I use a 2H pencil, or is it H? Lead to draw on my lines because they're easier to erase. That's why these came off so easy, because I had drawn them on earlier with graphite. See, actually, I can go in with a ball tip now. I shall, based on the size, I can use the medium. So it's kind of like if you're used to painting, just having the paintbrush the right size for the area you're working on. You don't want a tiny paintbrush for a giant area, and you don't want a giant brush for a tiny area. And the same goes with the pens. Am I missing good stuff again?
No, it's how my brain works. Graphite. That's what happened when two business people have an altercation during a presentation.
They have fights with their graphs.
Graphite, yes.
Alright, so I bumped up to 3.5. And this area underneath is darker. So let's push that back.
Yeah, Canadian Nacho. That's a good band name.
And actually, this is a little too dark.
It's not quite as good as Hamster Armageddon, but
Hamster Armageddon.
Yeah,
I missed that one. All right, so this is
the name of our band and rock band.
Oh, was it? Is that what the girls named it?
Yep.
So let's get
So are cheese curds part of poutine then?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was
since
just fries and gravy.
Since I can't find cheese curds down here.
What do you mean?
They're not at the grocery store. I looked.
I thought we got them before.
Cheese curds? No.
Really?
No.
Huh.
The only place that I've been able to get cheese curds in Arizona is A&W. And I don't even know if they still have them.
A&W?
Mm-hmm. They have fried cheese curds.
Wait, is poutine fried cheese curds?
No.
Curds?
No.
Oh.
No. You can make cheese curds. I just don't have the time. Though they probably taste really good. There's a lot involved, and it takes like 2 days to make them. So I've bumped my heat down to 3. And trying. There's light in here that hits it, makes it shiny. So what I'm going to do is tap some of it. I'm going to have to scrape out, probably.
See, Robin just uses shredded cheese for poutine.
Cheese curds have a different taste in reaction to your teeth. They're squeaky.
Wow, you said that, and just as you said that, Eve says it needs to be fresh cheese, so it's squeaky when you bite in it.
I like cheese curds.
Squeaky?
Mm-hmm. It's the only way to really describe it. Because of how everything is.
Kind of has that texture of string cheese, huh? Where you know, like string cheese, and you bite into it, and it's like.
And sometimes, yes and no. Yes and no. All right. Now we have the big claw, and I'm doing not very smooth strokes because the claws are textured, so I'm not.
Well, Eve says, and Robin uses shredded cheese, and Eve says fresh cheddar and block will work too.
Yeah, but how's the brown gravy taste for poutine?
How? Awesome, I'm assuming.
Well, I don't know if it's like similar to southern brown gravy, or we have different brown gravies.
I don't know. I think that is probably going to be dependent on the place you go to.
Probably. So right now I'm just skipping around, just really quickly moving the tip. I have lowered the heat down to 2.5. And I may actually have to burn one of the acorns so we can see it better.
Apparently you grew up next to a cheese factory, so she's a cheese expert.
Ah. Forgot this guy's booty. Get the booty. Not that we can see the booty. It goes in there. Alright. So what I'm going to have to do is actually put in at least this acorn so that I can see where everything is. So for that acorn, I don't have the reference photo. Oh,
Where is it?
Right here. I have to pull last week's photo. I need to see how. Let's see here. So this is darker on this side. Alright. I'm going to leave it.
See, Robin says the gravy is all different. See
that, and that's the thing. If there's any good Canadian recipes for poutine gravy, share the link.
Oh yeah. See, I think
turn on your burner.
I think that it's probably like, because you know how we have like chicken fried steak and gravy.
Mm-hmm.
So you got, depending on where you go to, the gravy's different. And in Germany,
yeah, but in general, it's supposed to be Southern white gravy.
Oh. And then in Germany, depending on which restaurant you go to, the gravy for the schnitzel is different too.
But I like my gravy for the schnitzel.
I do too. It's good.
I do good. I think my gravy tastes better than the package that we got. Oh, you should be happy you have your curry ketchup.
I do. I love curry ketchup.
Oh, that's good. Alright.
Oh, they don't call it, Eve says they don't call it gravy, they call it poutine sauce.
Poutine sauce. Alright, I'll look it up and see if I can find a
I don't know. The internet's pretty limited. I don't know if you can find that on there.
Well, I'm sure I could always hit up Eve for a recipe. She could at least direct me to...
Eve says she likes Italian-style poutine.
Italian style.
Is that like red sauce?
No, it's probably got Italian seasoning in it. That's my guess. Alright.
She says well liked. And Tina Whitley says your crab is starting to pop.
Yeah, he's starting to. Yeah, I really should have drawn a sponge next to him.
Lisa Puremeister says she hates to leave.
Bye, Lisa.
She's got to get the kids to the airport. They're going back to Malta.
Already? Wow, that was quick. I thought they didn't go back till September. Oh, and please let me know how Brittany's doing. Please.
She says, amazing as always. She'll watch again tonight. Thank you.
Have a safe trip to the airport.
So bye, Lisa. Be safe.
Bye, Lisa.
So Eve says for the Italian, you use tomato paste sauce instead of gravy. Or pasta sauce. So I guess you could use like white sauce too.
Alfredo sauce?
Yeah. I could do that.
How is this burning candle turned into a cookie candle? Though granted,
We're doing both.
That's my photo. I need my photo. There we go. Let's see here. I just want to be able to get... I'm not going heavy detailed on the acorn cap because I don't feel it needs it. I feel like...
And Grace says, in reference to the food / burning, she says just make sure to burn one and not the other. Yeah, I remember when I first started trying to cook for real. Like I ran some mac and cheese because I didn't realize that you needed milk. I thought it was just to add water. That was terrible.
Actually, you can make that work with a lot of butter.
Yeah, I didn't know that though. Oh. And I didn't. Like I've even learned to cook like a lot of stuff. Sorry.
You have.
It's kind of fizzed out there.
That's too much detail.
We need to get that like that fryer, that air fryer though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I learned recently in the last year how to do tempura batter fish, but I feel like the hot air cooker would be healthier.
Well, on top of that, I have reactions to oil.
Yeah.
Other than olive oil. Luckily, it's not a bad reaction.
Yeah.
Could be worse. Why does my acorn look sideways?
Oh, Lana's dad tried to cook rice without water.
Oops.
That sounds like something I'd do.
Does.
Hey.
Why?
Well, Robin says she likes that we have and that they don't is corned beef hash. Yeah, I could go without it.
Yeah, I like corned beef sandwiches.
Corned beef hash, I don't know. Maybe it's because going back to that KP thing, because that's like a staple in Army breakfast in the field.
Oh,
it's corned beef hash. Like I can taste it.
Make a lot of it quickly.
Yeah, I can taste it. Yeah, right, Grace? Air fryer, French fries. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's see here. Now, he has a dark shadow under the claw. What I can do, let's see here. So because he has sand underneath him, he has dark shadow. Yeah, let's see what happens. Because this negative burning, it'll help the claw. So let's see.
Man, soup sounds good.
Do it.
It's a good soup day.
Yeah. I like soup. I like creamy soups.
Yeah, see, I don't as much. I mean, I do certain types, but like the broccoli cheese.
It's darker under here.
It's too much for me.
Actually, with this pin, I found that 18M is a little easier to control on a larger heat nuance. I know that doesn't make sense yet. I will try to make sense of that for you.
There's 18M.
This one. It's my medium spray shader. Because this is the nuance tip that has a slight curve that you really can't see.
I can see the curve.
No, you can't really see the tip.
The little, how it kicks up at the very tip?
It's so minute. You can feel the difference in burning waves.
I can see it.
So you think. So.
Good plan, Grace.
What's that?
Oh, she said for once the live talk doesn't bring on the hunger.
Oh.
Because Grace planned ahead and made rice.
You were running late on your sandwich.
Huh?
You were running late on having your sandwich ready.
That was a spur of the moment sandwich.
Alright. Now, let's see. How to make this? This acorn is going to have to be darker.
That's a nice acorn. That's a nice acorn there. Very acorn-like.
Can't really screw them up too much.
You can. I can.
I need to darken. I can always go back in and put any lines to do this darker. And the reason I'm doing this acorn is I really need that claw because it's like part of the lightest part of his body. I'll go back in with the... So.
Yes, Robin, we're having manicotti for lunch.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I asked you.
Well, I know, but I didn't know if we were doing that or tamales.
We could mix cultures.
Again?
Again.
Well, that's what you did.
You have manicotti and tamales.
Let's see here. cap is misshapen. Well, I guess that makes it more realistic.
With French fries. Put gravy over it all. Mmm. No, I can't back that up.
What? I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
I know you weren't.
I'm trying to burn. I'm trying to make this cloth.
I know you're dedicated and you're burning and you're being destructive, and I'm just over here like blah blah.
I've gotten used to it.
Oh.
I love you.
Love you too.
Ooh. That wasn't pretty.
What happened?
I didn't get all. No, I didn't get all of the eraser boogies off the board.
No.
It dropped down on the top of the tip. Let's see here. Well, let's try putting in the other legs and see. This tip does a really good job of smoothing things out.
Robin says, wrap your manicotti in a wrap. Instant tamale.
Trying.
Oh, that's why. I'm sorry about the yawning.
Ugh, go take it.
We have 10 minutes till in the stream.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought I was gonna have these guys done. So I still got legs. And figure out how to separate this claw.
Sorry, Grace.
Cue maker yawn.
I don't know. I've been stifling them for the most part. It's my medicine and pastime, and I get like really sleepy when I don't take it. My medicine's called crack.
No.
No.
No. The VA doesn't prescribe that.
No.
Just trying to get see, part of my problem is his body does need to be darker.
Well, I'm sure you'll adjust it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and forth. And see, now these don't look so dark. They do.
So after you get done with all this, instead of going back and darkening everything by hand, just take it into Photoshop and just darken the whole thing just by a couple degrees.
You know,
done.
I wish I could pull that off, but in my brain, it would go crazy.
I know.
I just can't do that.
I know. You'd obsess about it.
Oh, I just made that too dark. Oh well. Yeah, it would drive me nuts to do that. Knowing that the original and the photograph don't look the same. Let's see here. Trying to see if I could at least get this side completed. So
yeah.
So you can see the difference. So I need to look for poutine sauce recipe.
Grace says, Val, obsessive. What?
Only when it comes to my work. I let everybody else off the hook.
Yeah, Bernadette was out last week, so.
Yeah, she's supposed to be doing double time.
Yeah.
She owes me.
I know. She's been here. She's been checking in.
In fact, it was Burl who noticed she wasn't at work.
Mm-hmm.
Drain. I really want that contrast. Now remember, he's so small that I don't have to put in every detail. If I put in every detail, he's just going to look dirty and messed up.
Mm.
But I do want things in the right spot.
That's the key, isn't it? Putting in the right amount.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes I go over. I get so...
Well, I don't know about you going overboard. I don't think that happens. It totally happens.
Right here I can see the grain. So that's okay.
I guess Grace missed last week because she was on a road trip. And Bernadette didn't show up last week. So she's lamenting that fact.
Oh.
Maybe.
Was Bernadette with you?
Yeah. You just didn't know. You didn't know, Grace, but Bernadette was with you the whole time.
Let's see here. Right.
She says, God, I hope not.
I think you would have noticed her.
Yeah.
Let's see here. That in there. Let's see here. Yeah. What are you doing? Oh. I thought you were trying not to tell a secret.
No.
That's what it looked like. Covering your mouth like that. I know why you did it. Yeah. Bring your
Lana has a question.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite burner tip? The shape.
This one.
That one. Look at that. Timely asked question.
The spear shader. It's
But why?
Because I can do the most with it without having to switch out.
Yeah.
I mean, I still have to switch out at times, but in general, because I can get a line or just a dot or smooth shading. Not all spear shaders are like this, though. Other brands I don't like.
Eve has to go.
Bye, Eve.
Bye, Eve.
Thank you for being here. We're almost done. My hand's starting to go numb, so it's about that time. I'm just being a little stubborn. I want it done. I'm already so far behind. And I want it to look like a crab before we...
It looks like a crab. It does. I'm not just saying that.
Yeah.
We're about 2 minutes from time anyway.
Right now I'm having to darken it a little bit. He doesn't look like a crab. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to do some more work on this little guy.
Lana says she remembers she had this bend wire tip on my mom's burner when she tried burning for the first time, but she doesn't remember she liked it. Robin says the crab's pinching Layla's ear.
No, the claw's going this way, so it's trying to eat the acorn. It's trying to crack the acorn. It's a nutcracker. No?
No.
No?
No.
Damn. I tried. Yeah, this acorn needs to...
Philip's asking, is that the small spear tip or large?
This is the medium. I'm going to go ahead and turn off. Let's see here. Here we go. That's the small. That's the medium. And this is the large. The middle one, this one, is my favorite. Though I do need to give this one another shot. But right now I don't need it size-wise for what I'm doing. So this one's my favorite. That's the one you see me use the most. Tends to be the first one I turn on. Wrist hurts.
Lana says the nutcracker crab. She wants that for Christmas.
Nutcracker crab, huh?
Yep.
Let's see here. Let's back this out.
Back it out.
Maybe.
Backing it out.
We'll see.
Moving back. Pulling back.
So next week is the last live working on this thing. I don't know what I'm going to do after that.
Rest?
What, for the next live? I don't think they want to watch me sleep.
No, not for the live. I'm talking about after World Pyro Month.
I'm talking about... So,
you've been burning
not
every
enough.
day.
Not enough, or I wouldn't be behind.
For hours. There's not enough hours in the day.
Yes, there is.
No.
Yes.
You've been falling over asleep. I've had to drag you into bed.
No, you're just being all... That is so not
I fell
true.
over burning again.
Not true.
Take you to bed.
No.
Wake up, Val.
Now, if I'm doing that, I know to turn my burner off because I don't want to burn the house down.
I know.
So, no.
Okay, Chad, I may have exaggerated.
You
I
exaggerated?
may have fabricated most of that.
All of it.
Well, no, you've been burning a lot.
Somewhat, but not enough, or I'd have this whole... Oh, that's the... I was like, where did that come from? That's the crap. I'd have all of this done if I was burning enough.
Oh, okay.
I still got the thunderstorm, the squirrel, the acorns, the tahir, the rest of the llama. Yeah, so no.
Looks good to me.
Well, thank you. If we don't have any more questions, I think I'm going to end it there. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, a like, or dislike. Either one of them counts for YouTube, so you do you. But if you're giving the videos thumbs down, please let me know why, nicely. And maybe it's something I can fix. But if I don't know about it, can't fix it. And I think, is there a heap? Not in the burning. And I don't know what I'm doing for next week. But no sheep. llama, but no shield. So no more questions. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Happy burning. Bye.
Bye.